Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, the podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. I just have to say, shame about the Arsenal. Shame about the Arsenal. ManDem are in the building.
About the Arsenal. How are y'all doing today? Sorry, I'm a little busy because putting air in this ball real quick because Arteta
There
told
you
us
go. Yeah, get it
these type
right.
of things
Get it
matter.
right.
So yeah, I was doing
No
that
stone unturned. No, get it right. Get it right.
It is what it is. How are y'all doing today, though?
Eddie
How
in
are
the
y'all doing
building.
today?
she got the bug. What does that say? Unprecedented circumstances. Shout out to the
Unprecedented.
man.
Yeah.
I got more.
Getting
I got more.
stomped out in your all whites is unprecedented.
Referees and all that, right? Referees, even though we got robbed in that game. But yeah, and also evaluate at the end of the season, like always with these Arsenal fans, man. So yeah, sensational day.
Sensational.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Sheik in the building, Eddie in the building. We are here to discuss Manchester United's winning against Arsenal, knocking Arsenal out the FA Cup on their home pitch, 1-1 after full time, after extra time. Then it came to penalties. And yeah, like Sheik said, the referee did his best to take that game away from us. Awful refereeing, by the way. Awful. Before we get into all of that, though, run up the likes, though. Hit the like button on the video, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after. Hit that like button on the video. Share across all the socials as well. And That's Me Flawless at Sarcasm City TV. You know what I'm saying? At That's Me Flawless at Sarcasm City TV on Twitter, Instagram. Retweet, like, share from the Instagram, and just as important, roll to 14,000 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV as well. Big up AJB in the cut. YG says, shame about the Arsenal. Big up H in the cut. Donna C, STFC in the cut. Big up Dal, who says, shame, you might have 30% possession with 3 crosses, and we went through to the 4th round. That's what happened, Dal.
We went through. Sounds like a you problem. Sounds like a you problem working, Goonie.
What can I tell you? 10 men. Big up Dal, though. We had 10 men, man. We'll see you in the next round. We'll see you in the next round. Big up to Sanj as well, man. Shouts to everyone that is locked in as well. But Eddie, we'll start with you, man. Got through to the next round on penalties. We did well, and then obviously 10, and then Dalot got sent off. And then the game turned in the tide of Arsenal, and then, Killer Kai happened. So yeah, thoughts.
Yeah, first off, justice for Kai. That's how we started off every time around here. Justice for Kai, you feel me? What a baller. What a playmaker. Quality. I've never seen a guy put himself in so many positions to let his team down. You love to see it. And credit to him. I gotta give him some credit. He's creative with the ways that he fluffs it for his team. Pause. I can't front, bro. We didn't play football. We came to your trap, put our dirty ass shoes on the coffee table, the couch, your mama's best linens, your curtains, everything we could dust it up on. That's what we did to you in the Emirates. We messed up your mama's good furniture. It is what it is. And see, this is the problem with Arsenal. And it's very clear as day. Soft. SAWWWFTT. Soft. Y'all boys soft as hell. We didn't play no football. We knew exactly what it was when we saw the front three from hell.
Yes.
We're not here to play football.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all getting memed up. My Uruguayan club bouncer, no shoes, no t-shirts, no jerseys. Getting punched up, headbutted in your own ends. Oh my God.
Facts.
And now again, we hate violence. We hate violence on this side. We hate illegal violence. The type of stuff that y'all be seeing in the UK. Credit to the Arsenal. But again, I need y'all to just scrap the all whites. Put some red on that thing. Y'all can't be doing the Betty Blancos like that. Going out that sad, man. Y'all got put in a split by Grease Maguire. That was the Maguire them cops was afraid of in Greece. That's what y'all saw out there. Y'all got packed up by Club Bouncer Maguire too. Don't think we forgot. Now, I think the young brother's name is Lewis Skelly. I want to thank you for your part in our goal build-up. Brother, you were not built for this moment. I'm be real. You were not built for this moment. Boy was slipping and sliding. Give the ball to Garnacho.
Now you're giving him too much credit. No. Eddie, it was Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel.
It was Gabriel.
Gabriel.
He did a Steven.
You know what it was? It was probably the reflection from them fake-ass domino teeth he got in his mouth back into his face. That's why he lost footing. You should have gotten to a better dentist. Get some better dent, whatever they're called. I forget what the things is called. Veneers. That's right. Veneers. Them fake ass veneers, man. Get them shits polished off, man. You look crazy out here. Again, you can't call it anything else other than we was literally beating y'all ass for 60 minutes with 11 men. Mm-hmm. Then it turned into 10 and we whooped y'all ass for another hour. That's a humbling, people. We are the reasons for the meltdowns. Mm-hmm. When you go through the algorithm, you no longer see the get out face stuff. You don't see that no more. All you see is Bear Man staring right to the middle of the camera, angry as hell. And the best part that I can say, that anger, that despair, that loss of all reality is brought to you by the fine people and players at Manchester United Football Club. You love to see it. This is what we live for.
Heritage.
AFTV, people out here verbally assaulting Robbie for 30 minutes. That's an elder. Have some respect.
That is an elder.
Have some respect, you people. I see people talking about great men like Babs and Egal who have tried to teach y'all the ways how to properly root for Arsenal. Have some respect. Have some class. Arsenal Football Club is a club of dignity, I was told. Of standards. A big club. Mm-hmm. Act like a big club. No. Respect 2 charity shields and 1 FA Cup. 2.
3 trophies in total.
3 trophies in total. This is what he told. This is what you've told us. This is what Arsenal fans have told us. So I sit here humbly, and I tell you all, hold that. Hold the full spread. Brother, this is all yours, man. I've said all I can say, man. I'm just
we go carry
for us to send them into hysteria. You can't put a price tag on that shit. It's just I feel like Thanos after the snap. Send me out on my pasture with the sunflowers and shit. Let me pet the sunflowers. Y'all go worry about when you get your next meal. That's what I'm gonna do. It's love, man. Can't call it anything else but love, man.
But we hear that before we get to Sheik, run up the likes, you lot, because there's just under 50 people here and we're only at 20 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. Hit that like button, check.
Shout
1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. Hit that subscribe button. Hano saying great monologue. Eddie, big up to Hano. Hey, Sheik, floor is yours. And Sanchez, Sheik, I liked your opening monologue on A-listers yesterday.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate
rendition, because I know you got more. I know you got bars.
Yeah, hey, yours, man. Listen, great cause that Arsenal had out there wearing the white kits and stuff. Also, just want to real quick say, Saliba looks great in white. Like the white, the black, like those type of things. Like he looks great in a white kit. So I can obviously see something happening in the future, basically getting to the Real Madrid kit. But he looks great in white. But anyways, the whole, white kits, the I get the cause and stuff like that. But then you had 2 criminals on the pitch already. You had Kai Havertz, who was already a criminal, and then you had the referee on your side, who was a criminal too. So crazy. But yeah, Arsenal, man. What can I say about Arsenal Football Club? The gift that just keeps on giving. It's like, at this time of the year, they're going to crumble. Sometimes it's early, sometimes it's a little bit later. But this week,
anytime from January to March, it's in that period of time. January to March,
it's meltdown settings for Arsenal Football Club. And man, it's the fact that it was us, the way that all those things that we had against us, all those things in that game, the red card, the referee, all those type of things, right? And still 20, like Dal, you keep mentioning 30% possession. How about 26 shots from Arsenal Football Club in that game? 49 shots in the past 2 games and only 1 goal to account for it. So is the way we played a problem, or is the way you guys played a problem? Because that penalty, you score it, I'm telling y'all, it's game over. It's game over if you score that penalty. I didn't have us coming back into that game, to be honest. But this is the fine margins are this. This is what we're talking about. And phase 5 phases in, 5 seasons in, after 800 million spent, we're still figuring out how do we score goals without Bukayo Saka. Is that what's going on? And then today, obviously, the news that we've heard, smokescreen. This is the mentality of Arsenal Football Club. The mentality needs to come from up top. You need to, the fact that you haven't won trophies for 5 seasons is crazy. I don't think Arteta would get this amount of time at any other big club, to be honest, after those first 2 seasons that he had. And then mistakes, the signings that he got, prioritizing defenders over attackers yet again, prioritizing a midfielder over attackers yet again that we heard from today. This is it. And this is who you're putting your faith in. Arteta's had full control of the club. And this is the most that it's going to get. This is the ceiling for Arteta. So this thing about Arsenal and, their season coming to an end, I knew this was going to happen. You're not winning anything for the rest of the season. Let's just be honest. You're going trophyless again. You're out of the FA Cup. You're in still the Carabao Cup of the second leg, but let's be honest, you're going to lose that. And then Champions League. Champions League. Do I even need to start about Arsenal in the Champions League? And then the Premier League. Are you going to catch up? Because Liverpool, I'll tell you this, they'll drop points. But do you have it in you to catch up? Because I don't think you will. And this is just, like I said, man, normality. Every time around January to February to March, my favorite time of the year. Because Arsenal Football Club are just going to absolutely demolish. And yeah, man, the fact that it was us to put them through all of that makes me even happy. And I'm so pissed because had we had 11 men, we would have smoked them in that second half. We went 1-0 up. They didn't have a shot on target until the 60th minute when we basically got that red card. And when we brought on Xerxes and Ahmad, they actually looked like a threat with 10 men. So had we brought them on with 11 men, for sure we win. 100% we win. And I was telling Falls this too. I was very confident for this game. I looked at the way that they played against us in the Premier League. I looked at how we played against them in the Premier League, and I knew a result was there for the taking. But yeah, crazy game. Absolutely crazy game in terms of just all the things that were going on. The fact that we defended and I want to give credit. I know I've been talking about Arsenal a lot too. I want to give credit to our players as well. 70 minutes to defend the way that you did. I get it. It's like everyone's behind the ball, 10 men, all that type of stuff. But some of the tackles, like the Delict clearance off the line, some of the saves from Bayindir, I've literally started calling Bayindir the Baklava Buffon because that's what he is. The Baklava Buffon. That's exactly who he is. I'm here for it. Because, bro, he, like, all those things that we said about him in that Tottenham game completely switched turnaround. Like the penalty save. The 2 penalty saves, the Kai Havertz one and the Odegaard one, which were, in my opinion, very, very good penalties. And he did very well to save those. The Declan Rice header throughout the game too. And just, all those saves that he made, everyone, to be honest, as a team defending were an absolute unit. And the whole Kai Havertz incident, that also showed me where this team stands in terms of mentality when they all rushed him and all those things that were, being said to him. Ugarte literally headbutted the guy. Like, it's like, this all tells me that the team's starting to get a little bit in cohesion, and the mentality.
The Shawarma Schmeichel took me out.
Yeah, bro. The Shawarma Schmeichel, the Baklava Buffon, whatever you want to call him, man.
Man, we up, baby. We up. Bro, we seriously. Up now.
But yeah, man, it's just like what I saw from our team was I'm seeing like togetherness. I've seen that in 2 past games where even though like I don't think we played the best in both games, but it's effort and it's the will to get a result and to win that took us over the line in both those games. Yes, we didn't win against Liverpool, but we fought back. We went down 2-1, kind of the same way against Arsenal. Well, almost did against Arsenal. But even though like I'm a little, and me and Flawless have talked about it like on the watch along, we're a little critical of how we respond after we score a goal or after we go 1-0 up. But then again, they stay in the game and they fought in the game. And it's nothing again that I think Ruben did anything different in terms of tactics. It was just a will. And this all comes from the manager. This all comes from this motivation and all that stuff comes from the manager itself, that he believes in them. And that's what we did. I think there was a moment towards the end where we played Martinez as a striker for like 20 minutes. And I've been seeing that on like on Twitter and stuff. I didn't really notice it myself, but I seen that he played Martinez as a striker because I think Martinez was too tired or something like that. Didn't want to be a liability at the back when we were defending. And it's stuff like that. These are tweaks that I'm talking about that at the end of the day got us over the line. So once more, I can't emphasize even more, get Ruben his players, get him the squad that he needs. I see what he's trying to do. And yeah, man, like if we're able to get results like this, and I know it's been a terrible season, I'm not masking that. We're still mid-table, all of those type of things. But performances like this are promising, and performances like this and results like this are good things to come from the manager. And also that Ineos need to be looking at this and be like, yes, we need to support him and we need to back him because we can see what he's able to do with these players that are not even his. So we still have a long season ahead of us. We still have to make signings in January. We still have to do a lot of work. But this performance, these results in this past week has shown me a lot about this manager and has shown me a lot about this football club and where we could go. And it's just positive. I'm looking forward to the summer. That's all I would say. I'm very, very looking forward to the summer. He will be judged and he will be criticized the way that we criticize previous managers. But right now, it's more so get him his players, get him the profiles that he need, and then we see where we can go from there. Because what I'm seeing right now from him in the time that he's been here, and yes, we've had a lot of like setbacks, some results that we haven't done well in, but I see what he's trying to do, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, like I was giving credit to a lot of the players, Mazraoui, Dallo for the red card, cool. I don't think he should be making that challenge, but before that, he was doing well. Delict, I said too, of course, the clearance off the line. Bindier, the goalkeeper too. If there's anybody else that I'm missing, in our midfield too, I didn't think Ugarte had the normal game that he does, but he was still effective. Manu, I thought was good. Our front line, Hoyland, is just what you get with Hoyland, and yeah, it was like we were playing 12 against 10 at one point. But Bruno, again, like, yes, we're very critical of Bruno, but I thought he had, again, not as good as a performance of Liverpool, but a decent performance where he ended up scoring that goal. And this is, again, what we're talking about. Turn up for these games. Their captain didn't. Our captain did. And I think that was the big difference in both those. All he had to do was take a penalty, Martin Odegaard. And Bruno Fernandes, again, taking the game by the scruff of the neck. And this is what we're requiring. Now, don't get me wrong. I still want him gone. And this is too late for him to start turning up now. Like, what about all these other games that we had before and the rest of the season? But it's more so us realizing the situation that we're in, and we still have a lot to salvage for at the end of the season. So turn up. And you might not be here too, because you're seeing a lot of players getting scrapped. We're hearing Garnacho's might be moving to Napoli. Rashford's already phased out of the team. A lot of players are getting phased out. So it's like, this is basically a time for you to earn your spot in this team and perform. It's as simple as that. Perform. Like, you've been in this squad. You played in a back four. You've played in a back three. We've seen consistent, terrible performances from you. Yet we can see someone like Ahmad, who's never played as a wing back before, go into this position and make it his own. Even though he doesn't play as a wing back right now, but this is what we're talking about, and it's just the will and the urge to play for the badge. I thought they played. Like, I thought the reason that we won against Arsenal was because they fought for the badge. That second half performance defensively was definitely one that you played for the badge. Like, very, very good. And I don't care what the stats were in the game, all that type of stuff. Everything was against us to win that game. 10 men, all those chances, 26 shots on goal, all those type of things, going all the way to penalties and stuff like that. That was just basically the game plan. But did they execute it perfectly? Yes. If that was the game plan after that red card, to hold on till the 90th minutes, maybe we can get a goal or something. But if we were not able to, go until penalties and then we win from there, spot on. And I think he did it perfect, Ruben Amorim. And yeah, that's really it. And I can't be more proud of this team, to be honest, after a performance like that, because they really, really did play for the badge. And that's what I love to see. With the situation that we've been in for the past 2 years, with the situation that we've been in this season, where we had a manager come in like midway, it's tough. And we've seen how the players have responded to it to a certain extent as well. But that performance, and I'm saying this because I didn't expect it from them. I've always expected us to fold after we concede a goal, or if we're, that penalty incident. I thought it was over. But the fact that we stayed in that game and we fought for it, that's something that makes me, again, look forward to Ruben getting his players and us in the summer. And yeah, man, I'm over the moon. And this Arsenal meltdown, long may it continue. Let them beat Spurs on Wednesday, tomorrow, and he's going to stay. We're already hearing about stuff about like Zubimendi and all that, Zubimendi to Arsenal and all those like talks and all that stuff. And again, smokescreen. We were talking about Flawless. These are the type of things that their club do to make their fans happy. It's no surprise that after this week that they've had, they announced these type of players. Yes. Because this is a way for them to be like, calm down, fans. We know what we're doing. We still trust in Arteta. Look at this Arteta is bringing in all these players. I've literally seen all these Arsenal fans tweet like, oh, they rejected this club, he rejected that club, Mikel Arteta's pull, this and that. How about you tell Mikel Arteta to pull a striker? Because how's that gone?
Stole our whole fucking flow.
How's that gone
whole
for him?
Fucking flow. We was the ones doing that.
Exactly. It's like you're pulling midfield, you're pulling 6s and stuff in the club, but you can't pull 10s. Like that's what I'm talking about. How about you try to pull a 10? Because that's what you really need. So yeah.
Boss.
Just another dude who can pass well. What the fuck does Arteta want to do? Pass people off the pitch? He don't even want to score goals no more.
For real.
Damn.
He more interested in finding new cone drills than finding a new striker. Make it make sense, man.
Yeah.
Exactly that. I could only echo what both Eddie and Sheik have said, and it was effort and endeavor is what got us through that game. So anyone talking about, I see Dow running bants, running jokes. The fact that Arsenal missed their chances is not our fault. It's your fault that you have Kai Havertz up top who's not good enough. We all know Kai Havertz is not good enough for where Arsenal are trying to go to. I said it's poetic because I tweeted it about Kai Havertz just before. I said last week they told me I'm back again. I was hating and I was sour. And that's why I was criticizing him. He's not good enough for where Arsenal are trying to go. Chelsea fans couldn't wait to get rid of him. Then he went to Arsenal, had some good form, and people need to stop doing this. And I said this, I'm back again. Stop treating squad players like they're stars. Why are we treating bench players like they're starters and holding them to that standard? Yes, they can be in good form and have good moments or multiple good moments and get GNA, as Havertz has done. But overall, he's not good enough for where Arsenal are trying to go to. And the fact that the chances dropped to him is poetic. He ain't good enough. No one's surprised he missed those chances. He missed a sitter in the Carabao Cup game against Newcastle. Then he missed, 3 sitters against us? That's just Kai Havertz for you, and that's not our fault. We knew what the game plan was. When we seen the holy trinity of hell up top, we knew what it was. I knew what it was before the game. I knew what the game plan was. And as much as I don't agree with it, that's my gaffer. That's my manager. He's the one who's leading us out into battle. I'm a team player. I'm going with it. That's why I am. That's how I am. It's like if we play, I don't know, I'm trying to put it. If Sheik's got a show on his channel that I'm a part of weekly, it's Sheik's the general. He's the one running the ship. If he makes decisions that I don't necessarily agree with, I'm going to tell him, but publicly, I'm going to back it. I'm not going to not turn up to the show and not participate. That's where I am. So that's why when we had so many people in the chat, in the watch-along criticizing the lineup, you knew what it was. I said beforehand, he's going to make changes before this game. He set out his stall in the game against Spurs in the Carabao Cup, stating that, when he set up that lineup, that it's not as important to him. He let that be known. So, and then when we hear Bayern is going to be in goal, I knew it was going to be Mazraoui, Agate, De Ligt, Diallo. I knew somebody was going to miss, and I was surprised how strong he went. Diallo not playing didn't surprise me, and the front three didn't surprise me. I thought it would be Bruno and Garnacho in the 10s. I thought Xerxes would get a start. He went with Højlund. Højlund's rubbish, we know this. But then once he's done that, we know the game plan. Defend, be resolute, be defensively strong, which we have been despite the amount of goals we've conceded. We have been, and Arsenal got nothing. And then on the flip side, it was nick a goal on the break. It was going to be an individual piece of magic, a refereeing mistake, or a mistake from an Arsenal player. The latter got us, the latter happened, and we capitalized. Great finish by Bruno, because the pass from Garnacho were even the best. The pass from Garnacho, but that is the game plan to the team. The general has set us up in this war to go and win this battle. Now, it might not be pretty, but he's using the tools at his disposal. And up until that point, it worked, because Arsenal offered nothing going forward. When's the last time someone went to the Emirates and for 60 minutes, Arsenal had 0 shots on target? As bad as their attackers are, yes, Saka's missing. Yes, Nwaneri's missing. Guarantee you not many sides will go there for the rest of the season, even with those players missing, and do that to Arsenal. So that's credit to us defensively. Delo, he's the only player I have criticism of. He's the only player I have criticism of because he almost sold us in that game. If we would have lost that game, it would have been individual errors cost us again. That's what it would have been, because I've said on the watch along, I thought he was favourite for the ball, but you got to realize that. Yeah, Warrior J, it was 0 shots on target till the 60th minute, something like that. Yeah, I don't think they had a shot on target till the goal. So that goes to show how defensively great we was, but people won't talk about that because it's easy to crash on Manchester United and crash on the back three and crash on Amorim's tactics. But guess what? It worked, because before the game, we're not going to change the narrative. Before the game, it was not only are we getting beat, we're getting humiliated. Rollers over. Troops was talking like that. All the Arsenal fans were talking like that. At home to dusty Manchester United, oh yeah, we rolling these man over, no problem. So I'm not hearing about Havertz. I'm not hearing about Saka missing and Wanyeri missing and Odegaard not being on form and Rice being on the bench. That's on your gaffer. And bear in mind, we were missing our better players. Our better attackers weren't on the pitch. Diallo wasn't on the pitch. Xerxes wasn't on the pitch. And Maino was playing from a deeper area. But it worked. And then obviously, once the lows get sent off, it's a back to the walls job. And I've said this before, we need to react better from when we go a goal in front. When we go a goal in front or concede, we have to react better because the same thing that happened in the Liverpool game happened in the Arsenal game, where we score a goal, we give the initiative back to Liverpool, they equalize, they then get a penalty, they then score the penalty. The only difference was with Arsenal was we score, we then get the red card, they equalize, they miss their penalty. But we reacted very, very well beyond that. We reacted very well after that, both times. Both times, very, very well. We reacted well. The manager needs to be a bit more proactive because I was saying that 1-0 and 1-1 make changes. And he needs to be a little bit more proactive. But the game plan worked. And then once we get a man sent off, it was get to penalties. That was what it was. The game plan was get to penalties, sorry. And we did that. 5 quality penalties. Poetic that it was Xerxes who scored the penalty as well, waving them man goodbye and then hit him with the gun fingers when they do an anti-knife crime. Love that. But yeah, the players stood up. The players stood up. Bayern, who I was super critical of in the Spurs game, and rightfully so, as Eddie was, as Sheik was, as Manchester United, stood up. Yeah. He made up for his errors in that game because I thought he should have done better with the first Arsenal goal with the punch. But he made up for it, made the quality save from Rice, even though Rice should score, made the penalty save in the game from from Odegaard, and then made a penalty save in the penalty shootout, which helped us get through. I thought De Ligt was fantastic. Probably my man. Outside of Bayern, outfield was my man of the match. I thought he was phenomenal. I don't think he put off for how he cleared that one from Trossard because I'm thinking that's a goal. Havertz squared it. I'm like, that's a goal. 100%. As soon as I've seen Havertz even set up to cross it in and square it across the box, I'm like, that's a goal. And he's managed to clear it. And he was very good. Maguire has been good as well. Yeah, he made one error for one of the Havertz shots, but he was good. He was good. Should have done better for the penalty because the referee had been giving them decisions all game long. So you have to be more careful. Martinez, someone we've been super critical of again, and rightfully so, played well. Played very well in that game. Defensively, was not exposed whatsoever. Did the business. Mazraoui's just Mazraoui. He's just consistent. You know what you're going to get from him. Agate the same. Even though Agate wasn't at the heights of the Liverpool game, you know what he's going to give you. Maino is going to keep it moving as well. Going to do his thing. Dalot, like I said, was poor. And the front three is the front three. But props to Garnacho and Bruno because they made the right decisions at a critical time. We needed you lot to make the correct decisions just once. And Garnacho made the correct decision. How many times have we seen Garnacho shoot that? Or he crossed that? Or even though the pass wasn't good to Bruno, it's nowhere near in his realm that he can shoot. And like I said, great finish from Bruno. Højlund's rubbish. We know that. Non-existent. And Xerxes showing his worth when he got on. Yeah, like cameo-wise. So props to the manager, props to the players. Through to the 4th round. We got Leicester. Favorable draw at home. Let's try and get past them and get through to the FA Cup 5th round. But I'm just glad it happened because all the people are now trying to change the narrative and change the conversation before our last 2 games. We were away to Liverpool at Anfield. We were away to Arsenal at the Emirates. Not only were we supposed to get beat in these 2 games, because that's what all the conversation was. Manchester United are in a terrible run of form. Amarim's not good enough. The back three don't work. Not only are we going to get beat in these 2 games, fall further down the league and go out the FA Cup, we are going to get humiliated. That's what the conversation was. The conversation wasn't, oh, we're going to go there and lose 1-0 or 2-1 or 2-0. It was 4, 5, 6, 7s. Dusty Manchester United, we're just going to roll them over. But guess what? Them players stood up. And that's all I asked for from this team. Effort and endeavor. Even when you're playing 2 teams that are better than you. Liverpool are a better side than Manchester United. That's why they're going to finish above us in the league. Arsenal are currently a better side than Manchester United. They're going to finish above us in the league. But you know when you match someone's effort and endeavor and they have an off day, you get a result. We should have beat Liverpool, but we got a good result. Just knocked Arsenal out in the FA Cup. Effort, endeavor is all like application. Applying yourself. Be defensively dogged, and then you sprinkle in that with some of the talent we have, you're going to be okay. Because we look to fret, like Sheik said, with Diallo, with Xerxes when they got on. And had we had 11 men, we probably win the game in normal time. We probably
do.
score
I'm
enough.
fully convinced we do, bro. I'm
Probably
fully convinced we do. I didn't see anything from that team, to be honest. Like you said, 60 minutes in is when they registered their first shot on target. And we're talking about a phase 5 Arsenal. I think that's the bigger thing too, is that you guys are seeing, Arsenal fans, you guys are seeing, and I know some of them like agree with me, but you guys are seeing the final end product of this whole process of 5 years. That this is what it's led to. You've gone in the third season or fourth season is when you started challenging. You scored all those goals and all that type of stuff. Second season, same thing. You scored all these goals. You had your most ever points tally, all of that. And then in this third season, you're now resorting to set pieces, which as of late, those set pieces haven't worked for you because Bukayo Saka has been injured and he's the one who takes the corners and stuff like that. We're also reverting. These are the striking options that this is a team that he built for you guys. You've given him all the keys. You've given him full control of this squad. And this is the end product of this whole Mikel Arteta process at Arsenal Football Club. And the fact that you couldn't break down a mid-table Manchester United with 10 men for 60 minutes should tell you a lot. Should tell you a lot about this manager. And again, look at the differences. We've been in, like, this season, we've been through so much ourselves. We had this whole Ten Hag thing, him not getting sacked. Obviously, he ended up getting sacked. We had those poor run of results after that. But then you look towards your manager, you look towards some of these players to step up in these type of moments. I look at some of these world-class players that you guys quote on your team, Saliba and the likes of like Odegaard or Bukayo Saka, if you say it. What did they do in this game? When they were meant to turn up and when the team's not playing well, you look towards your world-class players to do something for you, because that's why we consider them world-class, right? Even though the team's not playing well, they still show up. Where were they? Where was Saliba in that game? Getting twisted and turned by Xerxes at the end of the game. Like all game, he was kind of like a liability. And again, this is what you look forward to. Odegaard before the penalty, quiet. Like he was trying to create things, but didn't really get anything from it. And this is what I'm talking about. We've had our player like Bruno that we talk shit about all the time. Give him credit because he turned up for this game. Same thing for Liverpool. And that's why I'm a little shocked too, because I didn't expect this from our team. But the fact that I'm seeing it, considering the situation that we've been in and the situation that you've been in, it's crazy. You're at a much, much far process than us. Your team's much more established than us. These are not even his players. These are not even Ruben's players. These are guys that Ruben doesn't even trust. Trust me, if he had a whole different squad, he wouldn't play half of these guys. Trust me. This is just what he has to do at this point, because this is all that he has. And the fact that, yeah, go on, Eddie.
It's cold because some shit ain't down to football.
Yes. And that game showed you.
It's just that simple. Some shit ain't down to football. Bruh, look, they know what they signed up for, like we've talked about. You all know why they know what they signed up for? Because a lot of you, man, been propping this shit up. Y'all won 2-0. We told y'all, don't be impressed. Facts. Don't be impressed by that, because honestly, the shit was forgettable. Yeah. We called y'all set piece FC for the longest. Apparently, now, if this is actually true, the down bad meter at Arsenal has officially broken. Is there really a mural for the set piece coach?
Yes, there's a mural for the set piece coach. Yeah, mural for the set piece coach. Hey Eddie,
again,
there's a mural. There's a mural for Havertz and his Labrador.
This is what I'm talking about. They don't have. Do they have murals of like their club legends?
Only a couple.
See,
only
so
like right. I think Kevin Campbell's up there.
You gave him a wall. Yeah. Your set piece coach gets a wall in North London. Y'all, you see again, and you wonder why bad shit be happening. You wonder why bad shit be happening. It's the way you present yourself in front of company, which matters most. No, y'all gonna have people walk up to the Emirates and see a mural of fucking set piece coach. Are you fucking kidding me?
For real, bro.
You deserve everything. You deserve everything.
Bro, the set piece coach got a mural before Gunnarsori.
Go on, Kaneki.
What are you saying, Kaneki? Thoughts on the game, fam? Thoughts on your thoughts on the game and what you see.
Thoughts on the game? You want my thoughts on the game?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Well,
absolutely.
On the Yardman show, I never really got to talk about, like the Man United players. So let's start with let's talk about the Man United players.
Cool.
Someone that I'm going to, for once in my life, I'm going to actually give him some credit was Harry Maguire. This is going to be
Greek Maguire. That's Greek Maguire. Greek Maguire.
All right.
Now. That's Big Greek H. Maguire.
Big
All
H.
right. So
Pause.
Harry Maguire was completely well. He played fantastic, actually. Like, that was a non-Maguire performance for me from what I've seen the last 5 years. All right. So what I've said before, and it's something that was shown on the pitch when we brought on Collier, was when I said, when Flores was saying, why not bring on the youth players? I'm like, no, because the senior players don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah? The senior players don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't want the kids here because they're going to be just as confused as the senior players. Now that Collier, now that we've seen Collier here, understand that throughout that whole game, you saw Ugarte, Maguire, De Ligt, and Martinez. You watch them coach that kid through that game. Every time he went anywhere, you saw a player go to him and telling him what to do during that game. People are now understanding the system and where they need to be. So for the game, it took you until Diego Delo getting sent off in like the 60-something minute to register your first fucking shot on target. I said it before and I said it again. You beat us on the Emirates at the Emirates because of set pieces. In open play, if we were a little more clinical, we beat you 3-2.
Yes.
Yeah?
Been saying that too.
Yeah, when Troop said the referee was bad on both halves, wrong. Yeah? Stop trying to lie. The referee was bad on both halves. You fouled us 17 times in 5 minutes and the ref only called 2 of them.
Yeah, we got no fouls. I think there was a stat. Sorry to cut you off.
There was 13 fouls in the first half and we only had 3.
Yeah, something like that. It was crazy.
Exactly.
We apparently committed 13 fouls in the first half. And by the way, like I kept noticing the fouls too, because it came to a point where I was like, yeah, this referee's he's on one. So I was watching.
Yeah, he was on one.
It was the same fouls that we would commit or that Arsenal would commit wouldn't get given. But for some reason, the fouls that we would commit would get given. Like that Bruno chance outside the box. How that wasn't a foul makes no sense to me.
Jesus should have been. Jesus should have been sent off. I just want you to know that. Yeah. Jesus should have been sent off. He should have been sent off. Moreno did, as I said before, that man's a glorified centre back as well. Yeah. Him and Declan Rice, 2 fucking centre back. You can't start attack. You can't stop attack. You can't pass. You can't dribble. You can't run. You can't shoot. Might as well just put him at the back and tell him don't move. Yeah. Might as well put him at the back and tell him don't move. Yeah. The foul that Ugarte got a yellow for, Moreno been doing that the entire game and didn't get one card.
He pulled the guy as he was going around
and he never got a card. Yeah, he never got a card. Yeah, Ugarte did that and was given a card. If a Man United player sneezed, the ref would have given him a card. You're telling me the ref was bad on both halves? Stop coping. Yeah. Yeah, stop lying to yourself. I know that as an Arsenal fan, you guys love lying to yourself because it's the only way to make yourselves happy. The ref was not bad on both halves. The ref was completely against us. Completely against us. Straight up against us. All right? Let's go on to Saliba holding on to Xerxes like he want him shirt. Brother, you can go to the Man United website and get a Xerxes shirt. Yeah, you can buy a Xerxes shirt, Saliba. Let's go to that. From Xerxes had Arsenal looking like how Pogba had them when we beat them 3-1 at the Emirates. When you just watch him running and you just saw 5 Arsenal players around him and couldn't stop him. If anybody remembers that game in the FA Cup when we played them in the FA Cup and beat them 3-1, where you watch Pogba just running and you saw 5 Arsenal players running towards him and couldn't stop him. That's what that Xerxes run looked like when he made Saliba twice.
Yeah, when I saw. Have you seen that? Someone put it in slow motion with the music, but the way he brought big up to Leon in the car as well. The way he brought the ball down
first
and then rolled him, megged him, and then he rolled him and megged him again, and then
and he made him collide into someone else. It was hilarious.
It was beautiful.
It was hilarious,
bro. We're being too nice, man. Like Ruben Amorim, I always want to tell Arsenal fans, Ruben Amorim is Arteta's dad. He's your daddy. He's literally beat you twice on penalties in the Europa League and in the FA Cup.
And in the FA Cup,
bro. He owns y'all.
You need to understand. It's not only that Almerim owns Arsenal. We own Arsenal. The only title the Emirates has ever seen was the one we won there. Yeah? We've won more titles at the Emirates than Arsenal, Chief.
Yeah, we
own the Emirates.
Than them.
Yeah? We own the Emirates. We've won more titles there from 2006 to date. We've brought more glory to the Emirates than Arsenal. Just remember that. Yeah, it's seen more success with us. Yeah, what was it? 2 league titles we brought to the Emirates. How much has Arsenal brought to the Emirates?
Clapped us with I'm not sure how many times we played, but I think it's twice. Obviously, one being the Van Persie.
Yeah.
Before you continue, Kaneki, hey, everyone who's locked in, over 70 of you like in the building, over 75 actually. Let's get up to 70 likes, man. Run up the likes on the video, whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm CTV. Road to 14,000 subscribers. Hit the notification bell. Follow the playback as well, because we'll be live there later on today for the Chelsea Bournemouth game as well, Liverpool Forest, etc. as well. Yeah, go on, Kaneki. Finish.
Yeah, so the game, when I saw the lineup, I immediately said we are playing with it's 8 versus 11. Because I saw that triangle of death up top, the 3 stages of hell up top with Bruno, Højlund, and Garnacho. Yeah, because there's the Bermuda Triangle of fuckery up top. So I'm like, yo, we're playing Arsenal 3-man down, and we still beat you. We literally still beat you. All right. A player that I'm going to praise as well, that a lot of people have not been given any courtesy to in the game, actually, I'm going to praise De Ligt, because
I thought he was very, very good.
Yeah, when I remember this in the Flawless, my first ever call-in on your show was when I was speaking with you and I said, why didn't Man United go in for Mazuari when he left Ajax on a free? Look at Mazuari now. Yeah. Look at Mazuari now. When we wanted De Ligt and Ed Woodward said he doesn't fit Manchester United, this is the centre back that don't fit Man United, people. Please,
he's impressed me. He's been very good this season.
Yep.
He surprised me as well.
He never surprised me. My only problem with him, as you've heard me say before, was just his fitness record. Him and Mazuari's fitness record was what scared me. All right, but watching how we're managing their minutes, how we're playing it, a lot of the time when everybody's like, why does he keep subbing off De Ligt? He's managing his minutes.
Yeah, manage minutes. Yeah.
He's managing his minutes. So I'm perfectly happy about that. That block, it was just when he made that block, I said we're winning the game. The moment he made that block, I said we're winning the game. We are winning the game after that. The performance on the game today was just in the FA Cup was just fantastic, really. Buying there proved why I never slagged them off. And everybody was asking, why don't we sell him? I'm like, Bayern there would be a very good keeper if we gave him minutes. This is when I fell out with Babatunde in goal. Yeah, this is when I just completely fell off with Babatunde. All right, all right, it's completely sick of Sam Bubu. So when I wanted Bayern there in goal, I'm like, yo, just give him some minutes. I know there's a keeper there. We now see that I was right when I said there's a keeper there. Everybody, the complaint he can't kick. I don't need my goalkeeper to be able to kick. I'll call a centre back to come down and take the goal kick. I don't need you to kick. I just need you.
How about just improve your kicking?
Yeah,
just improve your kicking. Train.
You can train and improve your kicking. I just need you to just stop the ball from going at the net. That's all I need you to do. Yeah.
Also, to be fair, like he was kind of like hoofing the ball and trying to find players. I'd actually take that over him trying to play it out the back, knowing that he's not good with.
You know what? We were smart enough not to
play out the back in certain situations.
Just
who was it
from a team perspective, coaching.
Who was it on your stream that brought it up? Was it? I think it was you when you said at least we're not playing off from the back. I'm pretty sure it was you
100%.
when you're like, yo, his kicking is horrible.
Do you think it was also because we were with 10 men? That's maybe why they weren't trying to.
Yeah, but whatever the reason is. Whether it was with 10 men, whether it's because of Bayern there kicking, whether it's because of the way that Arsenal press, I'm just glad that we adapted. You know what I'm saying? We were like, hey, you know what? I say this all the time. I have no issue with playing out from the back. My issue is playing out from the back every single possession because it's easy. Our team's not all right. Every single possession they have, they're definitely going to play out from the back. We can press. No, make like adapt. You know what I'm saying? Make them think, all right, sometimes Bayern they're going to kick it long. And then the one time you might play it short. And then because they're not expecting the press, it's easier to play out from the back.
Yeah, it is.
Facts.
Because us going long from the beginning, because we weren't really playing on from the back. Us going long from the beginning disrupted Arsenal because a lot of their main attack started from their main pressing triggers start from playing on from the back. And to Braf, fam, Ten Hag isn't here. The reason why I stopped watching Man United was because of Ten Hag, fam. Yeah, so that's with it. But during the game as well, there were a lot of counters, and it's sloppy from the players again. It's still sloppy from the players, and I'm going to bring up a passage of play that happened. Our players still don't know what to do in the final third. All right, it's still sloppy and childish when you're seeing it. When Diego Delo got through, granted it's Diego Delo. Diego Delo got through past Timber and was in the box. There were two passing options, and he's still insisting to cross. Fam, there's nobody in the box to cross to. We're playing with 8 players. Like you said
there, it's Delo.
Yeah, right.
Delo in the final third. Yeah.
I don't know if it's and you can't coach it. There's no coaching that for the final third. Either you have it or you don't.
It's decision making. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Garnacho's decision making, congratulations. He made the first smart decision out of 6 during the game. The one time he made a good decision, we scored. The other 5, he just fluffed it. Yeah, but good goal by Bruno Fernandes. A good pass, a okay pass from Garnacho for one. Rasmus Højlund need to be playing for freaking Victoria Pilsen. All right. Rasmus Højlund need to be playing for Victoria Pilsen.
I don't even know if he makes that.
You didn't see him on Monday Night Raw yesterday. Did you not
Fam, I am waiting. I don't know why Megan Thee Stallion don't try and charter him for a music video, fam. Because this brother is just wrong. Yo, I'm just fam. It's just fam. Is it because as a yard man, me can't really say it on your channel?
Yeah, I know.
You can't say it.
I know what you're gonna say.
You can't say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But why, brother? This brother is the most wise striker I've ever seen in my life.
He's crazy.
The most wise striker. Just fire for Rasmus Højlund. This brother just need to go. This brother just need to go.
Fire upon them.
All right. Collier.
The tune just ran through my head.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the Budgie Bunton tune in my head.
Yeah. All right. I got that, man. Nah, say it. Collier is somebody that I have to praise. I'm going to sing a lot of praises for. I'm going to sing a lot of praises for Collier because not only were the senior players helping him out on that pitch, on the ball, you could see a level of composure to know that, okay, let me show you why I deserve to be here now. I have no qualms with that. He helped start attacks. He was making runs and even covering at centre back, which was a very smart move from Almerim. Martinez was injured. Don't keep him at the back. Yo, go up top, play striker, dog. I don't need you nowhere near the defense. Putting Collier as a centre back, and for him to have something I'm going to praise Maguire for as well, guiding him at centre back. I'm going to give that to Maguire as well, guiding Collier at centre back, where Collier there was a part where he tried to step out and Maguire told him, don't commit, cover the space, don't commit, cover the space. And we managed to stop that attack and managed to get the counter. That was a counter that led to if Xerxes had passed it better, Dalot would have been.
Were you talking about the one where he held on to it no too long and he's trying to play the through ball?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, so how it works now with it now, and what we're seeing now, as I told to Saeed, the tears is going to be worth it in the end when you start starting to see everything click. Malacia never played too bad. I don't trust him though. I don't trust him. Mainly his fitness. Him as a player is decent. I just don't trust his fitness. And for everybody now, when I know looking at this now you see what I see. Now you see why I said that Almerim was my first choice before we signed Ten Hag. My first call in here. It was in May. My first call in here when we had Ralph Ragnick, I said my first manager was Almerim. I wanted Almerim, Conceição, what's his name that was at Brighton that's now at Marseille?
Oh, De Zerbi.
Yeah, De Zerbi.
He's a proper
I wanted Schlutt and then Ten Hag. Ten Hag was my fifth choice. Ten Hag was my fifth choice for managers. Look at the 4 managers that I said around 2-3 years ago. Amorim, Conceição, Schlutt, De Zerbi, and then Ten Hag. Right. I saw this 3 years ago. Right. But one of the things now with us though, and it's something that I need to, what I said to Flawless about Xerxes, that Xerxes is a chameleon. How well you play will show how well Xerxes plays. We've seen the chemistry between Xerxes and Diallo right now. Those two know how each other play. Mm-hmm. No one in our team. Yep. We're seeing how Delete is forming a partnership. Well, he already had a partnership with Mazuari, but you're seeing how Delete and Maguire now are starting to form some connection at the back. Them and Lenny Euro are forming some connection at the back. What's pleasing to me now is that I'm seeing chemistry actually build in this team. Mm-hmm. I'm still, it's the jury's still out on Bruno. I'm seeing that a bid came in for Garnacho. Yo, accept it.
We're gonna get to that quickly before we do the closing.
Yeah, let me just go on to the game. I'm going to praise these guys. I'm not going to overpraise them though, because it's still the same bums. It's still the same bums. I'm going to praise you though for not giving up like a bunch of bitches like you did last time, because I never ever forgot or forgave that performance. Where the moment, who was it, Spurs scored, like they just gave up. Newcastle. The moment Newcastle scored, you just gave up.
Well, they called it quits. They did.
Yep, I'm never going to forgive them for that.
Hey, shout out to Kenny. Hey, big up to Cam, man. Shouts to you, says Flawless. My older bro told me you're a big fan. That's a solid reach, my guy. I didn't even know Big Homie watch podcast. Hey, big up to your big bro for watching, man. Appreciate that, man. And big up to you, Cam. It's been a minute, so I hope you're blessed and everything. But yeah, man, shout out to your big bro watching. Leo, man, we'll go to you. Thoughts on the game, the win. Talk to us.
Satisfaction. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny because
look at this. See how you're just beaming right now.
Yeah,
the smile on your face.
You know what it
is?
I was listening to you, man, and I was cooking downstairs, listening to what Sheik was saying about the 5th phase. Yeah, so this is like their final form, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Well, this is it. This is the final boss of Arsenal.
Yeah, this is the final form. This is like when Frieza in Resurrection F comes back, Gold Frieza, and just gets absolutely smoked. Yeah, Frieza, it's like and it's like I'm Gold Frieza. You still ain't good enough. Like we're gods out here. It's funny, but like at the end of the day, yeah, like it's interesting how we're still beating them, and we're probably in one of our worst positions ever. So say no more on that. It's expected though, isn't it, nowadays? Come on, we always know that it's expected.
But it's definitely more on them though. Like this is what I'm saying. All of us could have sat here and we were nervous about both these games, like the Liverpool game, the Arsenal game, considering how we are as a team too. We did the same stuff, and it's just they again didn't really take their chances, and that's really it. And that's the most concerning part for me is that after all this money spent, after all these different seasons where all we're together, Arsenal are together, all that, the fan base is like, we've never scored goals like this before. Kai Havertz is the guy, Samina Mina, Waka Waka, whatever that bullshit, right? Where was all of that? Where was all of that? Like, where was all of that in this?
Yo, that song is so poetic, man.
Bro, it's like this is what these guys do. Yeah. After one season of like a couple of goals from Kai Havertz, this and that, they get hyped up and they think this is it. And like, oh, our team is great, this and that. These fans were making combined 11s with Real Madrid. Combined 11s with Real Madrid with this squad. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Who gives these guys?
Shout out to Cal, man. He knows what he's doing, man. He knows how to sell. Like he knows how to sell Kool-Aid, man. You know what I'm saying? Bro, he knows what he's doing. He knows how to sell Kool-Aid, man, because he sat there and said that shit with a straight face. And
bro, you need you guys need to call him the Sandman, selling people dreams.
Yeah, it's not like he was on a stream and he said it like us talking. He's filmed that and then put the edit on it. So that's well thought out. So not only is he sat there, have you not seen it?
No, do you know what it is? There's nothing. There's so many viral moments of them. Just
have you not seen it? So basically, he does a combined 11 with Arsenal and Real Madrid. This is from like a season ago, maybe a season and a half ago, and two Real Madrid players got in.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, Leon, he picked
Wait, who were the two?
Odegaard.
Who were the two?
Leon, he picked Odegaard over Modric. He picked Odegaard over Modric.
I think it was probably
he picked Odegaard over Modric, and then he also said, oh yeah, this one gets me every single time. It's a toss-up between Ben White and Danny Carvajal. That's what he said. But I'm picking Ben White.
I think that's Rice over Chouameni.
Oh,
Saka over Rodrigo, you know. Saka over Rodrigo, you know.
I think Rodrigo, I think Vinicius Jr. didn't get in.
Vinny got in. Martinelli is not better than Vinicius Jr.
I can see why an Arsenal fan would be biased to I ain't picking Saka over Rodrigo, but I'm just saying I can see why they'd be biased in certain positions. But I mean, Chouameni over right, yeah,
it's crack. It's crack.
Yeah, there's a World Cup versus England that completely debunked that statement, though. You know, there's a World Cup that debunked that.
You need to see the World Cup, but shout outs to.
This is what I would say though.
But go on, carry on.
Yeah, this is what I would say to all those type of things, and not necessarily to him because there's a lot of other fans out there too. But part of the reason why Arsenal, this mentality is here at Arsenal Football Club is actually because of this fan base. You men gas the smallest things, and the Arsenal board look at it and be like, "Oh shit, they're so happy. Let's just do half-ass work," and they're gonna remain to be happy. For example, Arsenal had the terrible week that they had. I think they're out of the Carabao Cup. Out of the FA Cup. They play Spurs tomorrow, which if they lose, that's 3 different competitions that they've basically drawn or lost to, right? Now they've come out with the news today that Martin Zubimendi could be joining in the summer. What does that tell you? That tells you, again, that this is a smokescreen. This is a way to keep fans happy. And they know this will keep fans happy. Look at everyone. I've already went on Baz's Twitter, Egal's Twitter. Everyone's like, oh, Mikel Arteta has this pull. All these clubs that they rejected, all of that. Like Zubimendi rejected Liverpool. They're going on Liverpool's fan case. Have some shame. They're literally top of the league, and they're about to win this league title. God forbid, of course, but they're about to win this league title, to be honest. And you men are talking about, oh, Zubimendi rejected them.
Wait,
really? Is that what's most important to you? And this is what I'm talking about. The whole mentality of this fan base to finish second year after year, be like, we got so close and we did so well. The boys gave it their all. Like, oh, if Kai Havertz scored in that game, we would have won the league and this and that. This is exactly the reason why you will forever stay where you are. You will not win a major trophy. Even this is all that matters to the fans.
Yeah, even this year before Kaneki comes in and just say something to you, so like,
of course,
this is their year. We're a City. You know, I'm so dead.
Manchester City are going to finish above them, Leon.
And you can't just let Liverpool come in and just go. Like, you know,
City will drop points.
Leon, City are going to finish above them.
No, but you know what's funny?
Drop points, this and that. Where are you?
But you know what's funny? It's like being in a club, and then the guy who chats the most, who's trying to draw some gal, and you just push him out of the way and just take the thing off him. That's basically what Liverpool did. Slot just came into the league and thought, "What these man? They're not competition."
Yeah, and then that same guy is coming up to you, Leon, and be like, "Whoa, at least I talked to her." You know, at least
like y'all remember that Outcast video, Roses.
Yeah.
Y'all ever see that video?
Yeah.
What video?
Roses.
You know what I'm talking about?
What video?
What video? It's called Roses by Outkast. And at the end of the video, these dudes have been like arguing and getting into a full-on fight, right? They just fighting out with each other. And Cat Williams comes out of nowhere and steals their girl.
Oh yeah, seen it. Yeah, that's funny.
This is what we talking about. Arsenal trying to talk to us, trying to talk to Spurs. Talk to Liverpool.
You right.
Talk to them. Talk to Arne Slot, bro. Y'all getting cooked by a bald Dutchman on his first day out.
Who spent no money?
Remember what Ten Hag?
Oh yeah, he spent no money as well.
No money.
Nothing, yeah.
No money. Oh my god.
Yeah, this brother, fam, Slut is doing this with the heart of the fans. That's what Slut's winning this league on. Yeah, the heart of the fans. Yeah, but let me just bring this up. They're going to Zubimendi. So you have Jorginho, that's a DM. You have Thomas Partey, that's a DM. You are Mourinho sexually identify as a DM. You want to fool the entire world that Declan Rice is a DM. Yeah, Zinchenko is a failed DM.
Basically.
So there's 6 DMs at their team, and they're signing another one. You have 6 DMs at your club, and you're signing another one. Yeah. Who else you guys are going to link with now? Kimpembe. What, you're going to sign 2 more centre backs?
He's going to play
Saka's replacement.
That's Saka's replacement, Kimpembe.
Kaneki, they need Zubamendi in there because when Saka and Martinelli, when they pass back a lot and they don't like try to take on the fullback, they need someone to pass to. That's why
so them are gonna sign the king of pass back because that's all that Zubamendi and Moreno did at Real Sociedad. All them two did was pass sideways. You man killed Xhaka for passing sideways, and you're going to sign another sideway merchant. As I told you before, you Arsenal, when Tony tried to imagine trying to go against me about players. Tony tried to come at me about Moreno, you know. Yeah, Tony that's never watched Moreno play before in his life. The person for these man, the person that for Spain that passed forwards the most is Fabian Ruiz. It's not Zubamendi and it's not Moreno. It's Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, but leave them alone. I want them to sign 5 more DM, 6 more goalkeeper, and 9 more centre backs. That's what I want. I want you guys to continue. Spend 800 million and sign more defenders. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do.
I'm convinced he only signed the Moreno cat to fulfill his fantasy of seeing him play with this team. Part. That's the only reason.
Like I tell. Yeah.
He's like, let me see what I would look like if I could pass it to Saka. If I could pass it backwards to the center back.
You know, if I never went to Everton before, let's see what my career would have looked like if I went straight to Arsenal.
Because honestly, bro, and again, Arteta was a solid player, but here's the problem that I have with people propping this dude up.
He was a what?
He was an okay player.
No.
I hear you.
He flopped at PSG. Everywhere he go, he flopped. The only place he never flopped was Everton.
That's what I'm saying. Like he wasn't special. Like he was just there, right? He was just there. And
poor man, John Joe Shelby.
I'm not with you. Yeah, we agree.
Spanish John Joe Shelby.
But what you see is his team has adopted his mentality and his standing in this footballing world. They're just there, just talking a whole lot. Like I'm seeing again, y'all got punked by Greek Maguire. That was the Maguire the cop was afraid of in Greece. That's who punked y'all in the Emirates, man. My boy Ugarte was out here moving like Jason Statham in the transporter. Headbutt folks.
That was crazy.
Talk to us nicely.
Can I just say something on United?
Of course, Liam. Bro.
For us, I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this, yeah. These performances have been coming, like they've been building up to this point.
Talk about it. I agree with you 100%.
I do kind of agree with you as well.
I feel like, obviously,
100% agree.
Say again.
I'm saying 100% agree. I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Go on,
for me, we obviously we're of a different mindset. We can break down we can get beat 3-1 now, and I can still see progress in a game. Whereas a lot of fans will be like, just a result. But me personally, there's many systems in football, but this is a good system for us. Forget whether it's 4 at the back, 3 at the back. The fact that players are playing closer to I always talk about it. The fact that players are playing closer to each other, and they're kind of like, even the way we was defending, if you look at like when Højlund was dropping in, when we had 10 men and stuff like that, it was still like a full 10 behind, like, but structured 10. So it was like Arsenal, there was nothing for them to really get out of that apart from trying to drag us out to the wings and stuff. So I just feel like, and he made the subs at the right time. I feel like it's definitely been, this momentum's been coming, and I feel like you got to trust the process, because what this manager's doing, I still believe right now, and people probably won't like this year. If we don't sign anyone in January, we could still go on an FA Cup or a Europa run, and we could still make top 6 with some consistency, because the league fluctuates so much, man. Like, it literally fluctuates so much. Like, all of a sudden you win like 3 games and you're up there, innit? So I feel.
I hate what you're saying, Leon. I just don't trust these. I get your overall point.
I agree with Leon.
Let me just finish my point. Let me just finish one second. Because that goes, what you just said then goes exactly to what I was literally just about to finish the thing. It was just like, it's all down to whether the players buy into what the manager's trying to do for them. That's what it is for me. That's the deciding factor for me. If they buy into it, I don't even care if we don't have the right players in the right positions. We can definitely make it that far. But if they kind of, because I can see why they didn't buy into the old regime before, because there's no like, as a player, when you come off the picture and you play like 10 games and the system doesn't work, why would you still trust the system? Why would you still trust your midfield that's being overrun? Why would you still trust your... I feel like in previous things, I know what you guys think, even the way we was attacking, of course, our guys are not killers in the final third yet. But we're still making different chances now. You notice it? We're making completely different chances to what we were doing before.
We actually getting into areas and look at threat going forward despite our lack of quality.
And here's something, Leon. If you can still hear me, okay, let's hear.
I'll let you go in a sec. Hey, Matthew, if there's any more information on Garnacho and Rashford, or if anyone's got anything, let me know, because we're going to close out in 10 minutes. Let me know if there's any more information on those two leaving. Go on, Kaneki. Go on.
So what I'm going to bring up with Leon, because what Leon is saying is something that I 1000% believe in, and it's something I've been saying consistently. Leon, what we're doing right now is the goals that we're scoring are repeatable. Remember when we as Amorim came here, we literally scored 3 goals in the opening 1 minute of a game, back to back to back.
Literally.
A lot of every game, like tap-ins too. Like
every single goal we score, we are literally seeing the patterns on that pitch to score that goal again. When we lose, you still see, if we had done better with this chance, like, it's no, you're looking at it now. We can't blame the system. We can't blame the manager now. Everything now is slowly you looking at the player. We lose 3-1. You can pinpoint how we lost. You can pinpoint how exactly we lost. What led to this happening? It's not only you.
It goes both ways too. Like,
also pinpoint,
as well.
We can also pinpoint the pieces that we're missing that would have got us the win as well.
Thank you. Because it was you, Sheik. It was you and Eddie I heard saying about it when we drew the game with Almerim, where you're like, there was a pass where if we made 2 more passes instead of just trying to go to the box,
there's a lot of instances like that. Yeah, a lot of
instances. We score. So what it is now is basically Almerim showing Man United fans now, sit down and look at the game. Stop just trying to look for goals. Look at the game now, and you see everybody in the fan base now. Something that I've been saying for years now. Now everybody looking at it. We need a left back. We actually need a left back that can attack. We don't need a defensive left back. We need a left back that can attack right now. You're looking at it right now. We actually need 2 more midfielders. What you're seeing right now, and a point that you brought up right now, is the players now have to hold themselves at fault. You can't blame the manager now. Against Arsenal, while we're 10 man down, we could have scored 3 goals. Xerxes makes a better pass. Diallo probably goes through on goal and scores. The Bruno chance, where if he decided to, instead of to slow his run, to continue his run and go on the outside, that's the Jesus foul I'm talking about. If Bruno kept his run, Bruno has a better chance of scoring instead of stopping his run to try and control the ball. The other chance that we had, the header from Maguire, like, you literally can see, even 10 man down, we can still score goals. That doesn't happen under Oli. That never happened under Oli.
Imagine what the video analysis is like midweek. It's so easy because if you go over it time and time again, the players will probably say, like, he could probably turn around in a few weeks to the players and say, what do you think you should have done better there? And they'll be able to be like, oh, you know what, I should have.
I think the most important thing, though, is that if all of us were asleep in the middle of the night and someone woke us up and showed us a United lineup, all of us could sit here and tell you what everyone's job is. And I think that's the most important part.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that there's structure, there's positioning-wise, the players know what they need to do.
It's a simplified game, isn't it?
Exactly. And we're not often in situations where, like, let's say a midfielder pushes up and then he turns around and sees that there's just acres of space in that midfield. Everyone's covering for each other. That's why it's so position-based and like system-based that a lot of the problems that we see with the system is just individual mistakes. the ability to not finish or decision making in the final third. A lot of the goals that we conceded when Ruben first arrived, set pieces, things that obviously is more situational that you can look at towards the players of you should have positioned better, but it's not like players have been out of position. Maguire pushed up and missed the ball, and now he's running back. It's barely any of those type of situations.
A poor offside trap set, like what it is, and something that you brought up, Leon. Something that you brought up, Leon, and it's something even I fail to talk about. How compact we are, even down to 10 men. How compact we are. I've failed to bring that up a lot. Thank you for bringing it up. How
you can see the lines on the pitch. You can literally see 3 and 4, like straight in front.
And not only is it the system, this system highlights individualistic players.
Yeah.
So it's not the what City has where it's just the system. If the system's failing, no one knows what to do. This system keeps us compact, keeps us balanced, keep us structure, but it highlights all the our players with individualistic qualities. Amad Diallo is so fantastic going forward. Xerxes help brings our attack a lot further up the pitch. Bruno Fernandes is tireless running, even though I hate him. How much it helps unlock teams with how he moves. Like you can see now, our plays from deep.
See ball, kick ball, chase ball, man.
Yeah. Shout out Eddie. Shout out Eddie for that.
There gotta be non-negotiables. Like, this is
we have what's
shit,
his name? Mazuari and Martinez now. They're playing from deep now to unlock. When you see them push up into midfield now, and they're playmaking from deep to help unlock teams that are sitting so far back. It's now highlighting everything about our team. Or who our better players are, who fits the system, who don't fit the system, who needs more work, who needs to go. Everybody here now can now comfortably say who doesn't fit Man United right now in our team.
It's the best feeling in the world.
Yep. This is literally where you can say, I'll give him a chance.
We can all identify.
Everybody can.
Exactly what Manchester United need. Forget the quality of said player. Hey, we need this.
But we talked about it.
Yeah, go on, Eddie. Go on.
We talked about it all the time with this squad. Are they not good enough? Sure. But what you can do is fight.
Yes.
Vamos FC a couple years ago was sit back deep counter, but make sure we're hard as hell to beat for the full 90 minutes. That got Ten Hag third place and a trophy.
Yep.
The shit with these players, again, if it turns into a bar fight and they're up for it, no problem. But we've been playing bar fight football for the longest. Now we actually trying to play football. And like you guys have said, we can see who don't fit.
Yes.
Yeah.
But while you're here, do your job. Non-negotiables. See ball, kick ball, chase after ball for Bruno, Garnacho, Rasmus. Because I know when it comes to this football and shit, you're screwed.
Yeah.
The only one who has a shot because he can finish is Bruno. But just to say this one time for my dog, hey, man, Joshua Xerxes, dog, you built different. You built different. For him to be like, for him to be as big as he is, like, it really hit me when he was standing next to Saliba, was running next to Saliba. Yeah. And it's like, you holding on the park, it's like you in the yard or something. It was crazy. Nutmeg them twice. Now the pass could have been better, like Kaneki perfectly outlaid, but it's just, man, that level of quality that he showed for his little cameo with 10 men, dog.
Exactly.
I can't say enough.
That's why you go first.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? Two things I wanted to say. To what Eddie just said, what's really funny is that Højlund is actually the type of player who tries to do that, hold up, but I've never seen him do that. I've never seen him get past like two players the way that he did, and just have hold up like that as well. Another point is like going back to the system and stuff. Marcus Rashford, there's actually like the reason why he's being phased out of the team. Personally, for me, has a lot to do with the system itself. We have all our things about Marcus Rashford where he doesn't score goals and how his career has gone cool. I don't think Ruben's even looking at all those things. He's looking simply at the fact that how does Rashford, when he does play, how does he try to help the rest of the team? We always bring it up. Rashford's jogging. He's walking back. He's doing all those type of things. These things are very, very detrimental to the system that Ruben Amorim is trying to cook at United. And every player needs to do their job. And when he sees that one player is kind of giving like is doing half-assed work on the pitch, that's affecting everyone around him. That's affecting the midfielders that he can play to. That's affecting the striker. That's affecting the other 10. That's affecting the wingbacks as well. And then entirely, that's ultimately that's infecting the entire team. So he's come in and he's given Rashford a chance. He's given everyone a chance. He's seen what these players are bringing to the team, and then he's made the decision to phase them out, which I think is perfect. Like I think that's the right way to approach all of these type of things too, because he's given these guys a chance, and he's just found out that they're not good enough for this system, and it's as simple as that. The people who are not good enough for this system, we will replace you. And it's clear that he's working on this idea to try to implement the system the best way that he can, and that's what I love to see. I don't like us prioritizing a player like our previous manager did to make things work around him. I like that we're prioritizing the system, the idea that he has over anybody else. And that's really it. Like that again.
See, that's key there. That's bars, that sheet. He's prioritizing the idea, not players. And if you don't fit the idea, you can be moved on. And it's not a shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of Casemiro. Casemiro clearly doesn't fit what the manager's trying to do. Big fan of Casemiro. You can go. I have no qualms with that. I'm Manchester United FC over any player FC. Despite if I rate a player or not, like scrap that. But go on, carry. I just wanted to say that's a bar.
Same thing though. Like Maguire, another someone who we had our previous thoughts about him, looking like he's working well in this system, and I can't really say anything against that. Like, yes, all of us wouldn't really pick Maguire when the starting lineup comes out. We'd probably pick someone like Euro and have De Ligt and Martinez. But when he's being put into this team by Ruben Amorim, you can see that there's a reason why he's being put into this team. And then that reason is being shown on the pitch in these past two performances. So that's the most important thing, is that he's making these type of changes, not because there's an agenda, not because the fan base have whatever against these players or if they're supportive of him. It's simply just the idea of improving his system. And to me, that's just good news to my ears. And that's something, again, for me to emphasize, let him get his players, because I can see what he's trying to do. And that's really it. Garnacho too. We saw him get a couple of games in the beginning. Now he's a substitute who comes on. Well, he played against Arsenal because of rotation, but on our full strength 11, he's a substitute who probably sees the pitch in the 80th minute, 80 or 85th minute, who comes out at the end. So again, it's one of those things where he's trying to get the system to a peach, and he's working miracles, because these players are, even though they have been playing well, we know that they're not clear cut for the system. But the fact that he's able to prioritize that over players, and he's sticking to this idea, he hasn't changed his system so far, even though all of the results that we went through. And also the fact that he's tweaked it at times, like playing Martinez as a striker towards the end of the game, substitutions. He's been proactive at times too. He's prioritizing the system. And for me, it's the perfect thing to look forward to. The perfect thing to look forward to.
For me, it's like...
Go on, say what you're going to say, Leo. Go on.
Yeah, because you need to go off in a second.
No, say your piece. Yeah. Go on, say your last piece and then I'll cut. We'll go.
For me, it's like, there's only a couple of things I want him to change. Yeah. I want him to play Zertsky more, but I understand why he'll have to rotate, because you can't play the same striker all season and expect them to stay fit, perform. You just can't. You have to, with limited squad options, you have to be able to rotate even with what you don't like. It's just smart football, to be honest with you. So I think as long as a player that doesn't perform to the level of what we want or we don't think is good enough can occupy the position and play well enough for the team, I can take that until the end of the season, because you don't make things... This guy came in with no transfer window. How much is he going to get done in January? The real business is in the summer. Do you know what I'm saying? If we have a summer like last summer, we look a different squad with 4 or 5 new players. We look completely different. I reserved the fact that I had to be patient all season when he came in and Ten Hag got sacked. I was like, look, you have to be... I didn't write off the season. My standard is still, you still got to perform.
Yeah, you still got to pick up results, but I get the point you're making. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I get that too.
So I want to see a little bit more rotation though. I don't really understand why Cass isn't playing, in my opinion. I know that clear to me, it must be that they're trying to phase him out. But I think if you don't get that move, I think you can still play a player when you still phase him out, even if you bring him on and he sees a game. But there's people... Slate Casemiro has been one of our best midfielders since he's been here.
I hear you with that.
I hear that. For that, we just have to see. He's not much. I'm just saying we just gonna have to see how that happens.
with Matthew saying Napoli offered us 45 million euros. United on 7 million
You ain't
euros.
gonna get 70 million.
IFTV official. I'm not sure how reliable that is. Take the deal.
Take the deal, goddammit.
Where's the Tucker? What's $50 million? Do you think you got Chelsea Clinton? No, sell him. Sell him. What we do? Sell him.
You got Chelsea Clinton?
Goes back to the point that I was making.
Wait, let me just finish quickly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'd look at this is an unpopular opinion, but I know that I'm working with the tools that I have. Anthony should be in some sort of form of rotation within this squad as well. He's not put a foot wrong since he's been playing in this team. He's technically not as bad as what people are making out. Is Anthony, do I look at Anthony as the 90 million pound player that's going to game change the game? Of course I don't. But he can definitely contribute in some areas. And then apart from that, really, I'm pretty good with the rest, to be honest with you. I think you definitely need to find some sort of rotation for Maino because he's going to have up and down games. I still don't think that's his strongest position, but I think he's looked at profiles on the sheet and he's gone, I've got limited 8, so I've got to play this kid in this position. But I think if you can keep rotating, he's proven to us with limited tools that he is the manager that we need, in my opinion. So
he's showing all his skill set. Well, hey, big up.
Yo, your mic's cutting out, you know.
Yeah, your mic's cutting out a little bit. Follows.
One second, my mic's cutting.
When you get close to it, it's working. I don't know. So, Sheik, what were you going to say just while he's doing that? What were you going to say?
I'm not even going to lie. I've completely forgotten.
It's still
You good now?
Is it bad now? Yeah, man. Like I was saying, big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up Sheik, big up Eddie, big up Leon, big up Kaneki. Shouts to everyone that's locked in, man. Run up the likes on the video, hit the subscribe button. We're going to redirect. I'm live with rants now. So we're literally going to redirect and send you lot over there. Then we're live on the playback, 7:45 p.m. UK time. So 15 minutes before kickoff for the Chelsea-Bournemouth game. And we're back live on here, 11:30 p.m. UK time for the Manchester United Manchester City show, ManDem United podcast, ManDem City, with the gaslighter extraordinaire, you know what I'm saying, the politician, you know what I'm saying, Rashad Tate from Power himself.
He's gonna tell you that breaking down 10 men isn't easy.
I said Rashad.
Yeah, I want to hear
that. Trust me,
like he's Rashad Tate, but he's the Canadian Rashad Tate. And obviously, City play Brentford today, so we'll get his thoughts on that, obviously, as they travel to Brentford. But big up.
Can I just say quickly as well before we cut out here? In the next 4 or 5 games, I just had a quick glance at the fixtures, we got to be winning about 4 out of them 6 games. Definitely. And you will see the table. You will see us climb to like 8th or something like that straight away. So
I'll chat to you, man, because we might have to do the show more, man. So I'll chat to you, man. And see
that's how it should be.
I'm saying I'm patting up and do the show another day in a week as well. But yeah, man, definitely talk to you, man. But big up, love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the ManDem United podcast live.
Big up Arsenal, man. Larger Arsenal.
Do. Shame about the Arsenal.
Shame about the